from Isagenix. They're wanting to talk to him. He's going to Isagenix. He's meeting Angie there. And he's literally, he's out there, he's living, and now he's becoming such an advocate for other people.
So this, completely transformed my life. About that time, around 100 pounds, I decided, well, let's see what all I really can do. So I came here to Bowman's, and this is definitely, when they say extreme training, they are not using that term lightly.
And prior to that first one, though, I was absolutely shocked.
I was just happy I lived through it, and I love it. The fact that I'm able to physically do that is literally a miracle on itself.
And you know what's really neat, you guys? If you get to talk to Angie, well, she's just an amazing person, but she has no hanging skin, guys. Our protein is so responsible for that. But if you see her train, if you walk in this room and you don't know her, you're immediately drawn to this girl because she's the hardest working girl. She hits this bag harder than anybody I've ever seen ever hit a bag. And you guys all train her. You know about her training. And again, she's had her back broken in 6 places. She should not be training, and the products have done so much healing on so many levels. There's no stopping her now. There's no stopping her. We're done after an hour in a heated room in here just going to town. And she's like, hey, let's go. Can't we go 90 minutes? And I'm like, you're done, out. She's like the Energized Bunny. So what I think is so incredible is just so many things on so many levels is she's getting a lean mass muscle. Look at her. She's getting definition in her arms. And most people after losing 140 pounds after 8 months, you've got skin issues. It's a beautiful thing that's happening. And if you look at everybody up here, they're all different shapes and sizes, but they're lean and fit, and they're different on every level, but they look healthy and vitality. And I didn't just select any random people, perfect people to be up here. They're from all different walks and gamuts, and so bravo to you, and thank you.
Well, I like the shakes, but I really like the e-shots.
Everybody wants to know how she did it so fast. So what are some of your tricks and secrets, and what are you doing? What are you doing now? And then?
The biggest secret is to continuously do the 30-day and follow that plan in there to a T. I just stuck to it like glue. I followed the plan to a T. And then I was also very careful with the real foods that I put into my body. I kept it all protein and vegetables because I wasn't okay with, I want to do a few pounds a month, because I'd still be 258 pounds. I was like, I want to do this fast. I want to go fast. And that's what I did. And I was just very careful. But
no fruit?
No. In fact, if I did eat fruit, I only ate berries and maybe occasional apples, all berries, because they have the lower, sugar content versus, your pineapple, mangoes, bananas, yada yada. So I just kept it protein and veg, and I never went hungry. I eat a lot. I probably can out eat these guys over. I'm very careful with what the food is.
Do you eat nuts at all?
I didn't during the weight loss. No, I did not.
Yeah. Okay.
So she just stuck to the plan. And what I love about when people come into this gym, wherever my husband said, eat this way, go pick up this vitamin. Eat this way, go pick up this vitamin. Now we go, here you go. Here's a system that's going to work. And it literally is, we hand him a box. And that's all we handed her. She handed was a box. Just follow this system. It's a no-brainer. I call it Isagenix for dummies, because anybody, for everybody from a pregnant mama to our athletes to somebody needing to lose 150 pounds, and now to our rock star fitness competitor, Kathy, and to our cancer survivor. Every single, because it's just food. It's just food. That we have no wheat-free, barley-free, soy-free, sugar-free. Our sugar comes from apple, beets, and pears. A little bit of stevia along the way in some, I think, in the shake. But at any rate, we're just food. And so for us, it's our health care. My husband's 72, and a lot of these people testify. Would you get in the sauna and spar with him? Yeah. He's a beast. And Kyle knows, he spars with him often, and he's at the top of his game at 72. Literally, because we're finally getting this amazing nutrition in our bodies, and we feel phenomenal. Every single day that man wakes up at 4:30. And he goes tell Brent, would you testify? You've been watching this guy for 20 years. Is he top of his game?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's just getting, I really feel like we have found the fountain of youth to really start slowing down our aging significantly. Kathy, talk about your recovery and what you use and why you love it and how it's working for you.
When I did a fitness competition, I liked the training of it. I hated the stage part of it, and I was like, oh, I'm just turned off about it. I didn't want people judging me. I love the training. I love the diet that I was going through, so I had gone to a fitness seminar thing for a weekend. And at the seminar, they kept speaking about Isagenix, and I was like, oh, don't be talking about meal replacement shakes. Nuh-uh, you're supposed to be eating chicken and asparagus. You know, you should be eating meals every day long. And I was just like, and I'm like, and I hate sales, and I felt like they were selling Isagenix, and so I didn't go back the next day because I was just like, I didn't like any part of Isagenix at first. I was like, oh. But I kept seeing these people, these fitness competitors on Facebook, and seeing them, just hearing about them and seeing them, and I'm like, oh. And I moved here from Minnesota, and I went and took up the different gyms, and I had talked to somebody about cleansing. They're like, yeah, there's this one I want to try. I'm like, what is it? She's like, Isagenix. I'm like, oh, not you. And I walked into a new boxing gym, and
it was chasing you.
Yeah, my new little trainer, I'm like, have you tried any new products? Or I go, do you know about Isagenix? She's like, no, but I want to try it. I'm like, you too. So I called Joe up again, kind of totally being skeptical. I'm like, don't even tell me about it. Just give me the products, because I just need to hear what the hype is. I'm healthy. I've tried every protein shake out there. I've tried, fat burners just because. I've tried that, whatever, just because I'm a workout junkie and supplement junkie. I just tried it all. So, and Joe's like talking to them, like, I don't care what it, just give it to me. And she's like, but you're gonna have this wow day on day 4. I'm like, the vehement, I had it. And so then I was like, my husband, he's one, and I was like, maybe it's just me, maybe it's just my workouts are better this week, I'm getting more sleep, maybe it's not the products. My husband, who doesn't work out, never done a shake in his life, he wanted to try it. I'm like, you're just not going to be for you. Total, like, you work too much, you like whiskey, you don't have time. And he's like, I'm going to do it. I'm like, okay, well, by day 5, he's like, holy cow, I feel awesome. And the first week he lost 8 pounds, and he transferred amazing in a month. And so I knew I was feeling good, but I'm always more about how other people feel. So after he just amazingly turned around in a month, I'm like, okay, I'm going to research this and look into it. And if I can help him help somebody else, then that's just why I need to stay on the product. So when I do my products, because I love them, I do them all. It's just a no-brainer for me. I can still enjoy life. I can still, go out with my girlfriends or go with the family and drink and have bad foods, but I can come back to this and maintain my health, my fitness level, and I know this is just my lifestyle now. But it's also been a way where I can help people to feel that confidence in themselves, and we all have a fear, we all have insecurity in how we feel, and I just feel like this is a product where I can hand you and go, this is going to make you feel better mentally, physically, in your skin. It's going to give you, like Jill says, give you the confidence because you're believing in yourself now. You're believing you can help somebody else. You're seeing people change. So to me, it's about healthcare. It's about nutrition, but it's about transforming people's beliefs in themselves and just being.
And you all experienced that, a different feeling about yourself.
But just being able to.
All of you.
Yeah. And the support that comes with it, the family sense of it's.
Right.
You're not just by yourself. We all have different stories, but yet we're all the same. We all have the same story. We all have the same feeling at some point in life, and so
I love that.
I think that's why. I just to share the products, and I hate sales with a passion. And you saw that I'm like, no, I don't sell that. Don't even say that word. So, but it's just something like everybody can benefit from. So it's.
And now when 2 years later, I used to say the same thing, and now when somebody says, do you sell that? I'm like, yeah, I do, all day long. because this is what happens.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And Kathy, so you just heard her, I hate sales, I do it with a passion, but you just shared it with Emily just weeks ago. And now what's going on with Emily? What's happening to her?
Emily, stand up. Rock star.
Emily's a trainer that teaches at Orange Theory, and she's been on the product and loves it, and her body's transformed, amazing, and she's just quiet, and she just helps people all day long, but she never wanted to really, again, tell people about something, about how how good she was feeling, and she finally just kind of started opening her mouth, and now people can't stop asking her about it, and she can't turn people away now because she knows how good it makes her feel, and now people are flocking to her, and they're feeling better, and it's just domino effect. Once you start helping one person, you want to help more, and then more people want to be helped.
Trisha, how many people in 10 weeks have you shared Isagenix with?
Me personally or my team?
Just your group of friends. And
116.
116 people, you guys, you share this with? And Kimberly. Lost track. Too many. She is a beautiful earth angel. She's one of our nurses. The doctors and the nurses are flocking to Isagenix. And in 30 seconds or less, tell us your story.
Too many things. I was one of the ex-athletes and all of that, so injury after injury, joints, all that stuff. Being a night nurse, we don't sleep, kind of crazy. So I was on every single pain medication, anti-inflammatory, whatever under
I
this.
just sleep.
Yeah, and sleep meds, and now I sleep like a baby. I don't take ibuprofen. I feel amazing. I can work out 2-3 times a day, and it just I feel good.
I really, really have a special place in my heart for our nurses and our doctors. They work so hard, and they're around sick people all day long, and when they're sick, you know, and what they go through, and when they get well, and they're just rocking it, I call them my earth angels, and I'm so excited about your story. It's amazing. She can't wait to retire. She's going to retire soon. I can't wait for that day. Kyle, how's your sleep?
Awesome. I mean, yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I'd say especially for me, we have a 2-month-old at home.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she's in the bassinet next to the bed, crying, and I'm usually like.
And Jamal.
Feel bad for mom.
I mean, everybody pretty much. Raise your hand if you've had an experience with a better sleep since you started Isagenix. Yeah, it's significant. Jamal, yeah?
I was just going to feed off that little post. I came in here the other night and I took 2 e-shots before I did the workout.
At 6 o'clock at night. That's
You need them when you come in.
And you slept all that slept?
Yeah, but like the biggest thing is I used to always go lay down in bed, and I was a person who would think a month down the road and be like, I gotta do this, and this, and just be laying there like, and I could never fall asleep. And with this, it's just like you lay down and it just turns off, and then it's like, oh,
Brett, tell us about your sleep.
I always slept.
Okay. Forget him. Well, he trains like an animal, but
We
anyway.
didn't show his picture.
There's Brett. He didn't do the Ironman, and he said, now I know why they called the Ironman, because his legs felt like iron the next day, but it was like literally 3 days later, I think, and he was just like ready to slam it out again after the Ironman. That's no joke doing that event. How'd your sleep?
Sleep like a baby.
Sleep.
Amazing.
Same?
Yes. I turn my brain off.
Yeah.
I know, it's before you.
How about, how are you doing with colds this since you started Isagenix? Anybody feeling a sickness?
I did. My troll's been sick for a while, and it hits me, and it's 4 days, and I'm done.
So you're recovering quicker than if
Oh
you
my
get
gosh,
something.
it doesn't last.
this is actually going on right now, and I wasn't going to share it, but it's
No,
really
please.
happening in my life right now. Like I've been like, I don't want to say overdosing, but like I've been taking a lot of Isagenix lately. And so I ran out too soon. I had an auto shipment coming, so I was like, oh, I'm just going to wait for it. So I literally went out Isagenix for 5 days, but I lost my mind. And I got a little sickness coming on. I can still feel it. My face feels kind of like puffy and a little congested, but I just got it yesterday. And literally, like, I took it, and because I was nervous I wasn't going to speak. I was like, dang, I'm going to show up and I mean, just that fast. As soon as I got back into my body, it was like, oh, like I'm starting to feel better again. So.
Awesome. Linda just finished the marathon. Okay, it was November. Everything in November seems like it was last week. She just finished doing the New York Marathon, and she did one when she was 28.
Okay, I did one, I guess I was 29, it was 1999, wanted to do a marathon, not really a runner. It took me 5 hours and 17 minutes. I was happy, finished healthy, that was my goal. Never wanted to do one again, I did a lot of halves, 10Ks, and then after being on these products for almost a year, I thought, I want to do the New York Marathon. I've always wanted to do it, and I think I could do it with these products. And I did it in 4 hours and 29 minutes. So 13 years later, I was 47 minutes. I had 2 kids later. Good though. So I was 47 minutes faster.
47 minutes faster and 13 years later.
Yeah. And then my sister, it was her 5th New York Marathon. Her first time she did the marathon on the products, and it was her fastest time as well. So, I mean, it's just a little, I was back at the gym that week. I mean, I didn't even know you're supposed to recover. I was like, I don't know. And he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know.
You were fine that night.
Yeah, there's no problem, yeah. It was great. Felt great.
So what we know is that the body is the miracle. The body is the miracle. If we can just get the right food in the body will be the miracle it was intended to be. I mean, have you guys all agreed? That they've been on every medicine, a lot of them, they've been through massive surgery, they've had massive prescriptions in their life, and now they're prescription free. They're sleeping like no other, they're having an incredible recovery. People who have never even worked out before are working out harder than anybody in my gym. The weight release across the board, but the biggest thing is the relationships. The relationships are so powerful. What are you shaking your head? Yes. Well, in my family, there was a lot of division, and it, I think when you start feeling good, and you start thinking differently, relationships in your life start to change, and that's been all of us are going yes, yes. I don't know, Kyle, we've gotten a lot closer. Would you say? Yeah. And my sister and I weren't speaking for 5 years. And now we can't go an hour without talking to her. So it's just interesting when you start feeling good, how many, it has, I don't know, amazing different things start to change in your life. And I just love, I love the stories. I say everybody that's on Isagenix is a great storyteller because everybody has a beautiful story to tell. And I just can't wait to talk to and hear somebody, their transformation. And how many of you are in here right now that are have a goal in mind and are experiencing that. And go ahead, raise your hand if that's happening. Yeah, it's powerful. And again, I'd just like to say that, thank you for coming and please ask questions and pick their brains, what they're doing every day. And is there anything we didn't cover? Do you have a question for anybody up here? Since everybody is we still have your attention. Does anybody have a question? Go ahead.
What are the snacks that you eat in between the shakes?
Okay, let me just say one thing about that. Angie never goes anywhere without these. I'm going to let her talk about them.
Yeah, thanks for outing me. Yeah, I eat a lot of this. The 30-day comes with enough for 2 of these a day, and I realize I need more. And I eat quite a few of them, and I still do, even on maintenance, because I think they burn fat. They're little mini compressed shakes, so you're getting that nutrition just into your body in between the times of your shake. And it's kind of guilt-free. You can sit there and eat these and not have any guilt about what you're snacking on. So I highly recommend them, and they're all really good. Berries are awesome.
What's a regular food item that you eat every day?
Oh, well, I'm not a big meat person. That's just personal preference. I don't really like meat, so I eat a large amount of eggs. That's pretty much the protein I go to, and that's what I use as a lot of snacks. I kind of put something in my mouth pretty much every 2 to 3 hours, sometimes even sooner. I put something into my mouth. It's either a shake, a few of these. Sometimes I've had even like 4 at a time, maybe more. I'm not confessing to anything. And I eat a lot of eggs as snacks, and then maybe some raw veggies, hummus, stuff like that. I really now, even though I'm on maintenance, I only crave the healthy stuff and things like that.
What's happened is a healthy body craves healthy food, and a sick body will crave the crap. So now she just craves this healthy nutrition. She can't wait to get her shake in. Anybody have anything else you want to share about your story and what you're going through in your journey and what you want to say about Isagenix? Anybody else want to have something over perhaps? Right?
I want to say the biggest thing I noticed going through menopause and stuff, and then starting the product, your highs aren't as high and your lows aren't as low. Like you stay really even keel. You can handle a lot more stress and pressures.
Totally true. Yeah, I've had the same surgery, and I just feel like this all day long. Yeah. And my kid called from Germany, and he was, things are getting ready to be deployed to, Russia, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be okay. Oh my God, there's a war in Russia, and there's I'm just like, it's gonna be okay. You just don't go through. Are you experiencing that? That you're just kind of like, it's gonna be okay, right?
Yeah. We had a couple questions. I saw some hands.
Do people ask you a lot if it's a cult?
No, we're just
I've never had that, but I've heard people say that.
No,
people have
Isagenix is just food. We don't force it on anybody. We don't. All Stephanie and I have ever done is just share. People want it, they want it, they don't. We just kind of move on. As you can hear, the stories are real. We are real people with real stories. I was personally on the downside of life, retired. Just kind of, this is life, really? Okay. And then my husband got very critically sick. We became very passionate with his recovery and my results, and we came home and we just couldn't help but share this with everybody we knew and loved. So for me, I'm very passionate about Isagenix because of what it did for my family. I'm very passionate about what happened to my husband was significant. Mayo Hospital gave us the summer, said he was not going to live, and there was no accident that it fell into my lap. That flyer on the table, I believe, was no accident. I always think everything happens for a reason. Obviously, that was the start of all of this. So it's a beautiful thing. I always tell people it's a money-back guarantee. Try it for 30 days. If you hate it, they'll give you your money back. It's a money back. It's a no-brainer. It's just food. You will have a wow day. If you don't, call me. I'd like to talk to you about what you're doing.
Now, mine's a little bit different as far as that goes. I've been involved with drug sales for 20-some years, and so I've had this deep passion ever since I can remember, trying to get people to try things, even in junior high, high school, whatever. Some of you that know me well can laugh. But it's always been, I want people to experience life, and I want people to have fun and just enjoy themselves and the people they're surrounded with. So I've been involved with different drug sales, and I've had the deep, deep, deep passion of helping people want to help people make money. And let me say that, want to help people make money. To have them get out there and to gain an extra income. And it wasn't until Isagenix that I truly have been able to do that. I've helped them before in different professions, but not like we're doing now. Right now, we're helping people get all their groceries paid for. We're helping families get all of their groceries paid for the entire family of 4, 5, 6 people. Now we're having people pay off credit cards. We're having people pay for house payments and car payments.
Oh, she's going this way. I'm like,
Going on vacation. Myself personally.
I pay for the gym.
Yeah. We just redid our front yard. I'm getting Invisalign. I pay for many, many, many family members for their food, and I don't think twice about it. So there's a deep passion that I'm able to do now. So if anyone does like sales, if anyone is enjoying helping people and really making a different income, this has been the only thing that's ever worked for me, and we're doing it well. Doing it very well.
Well, the product sells itself. We don't really spend our time trying to sell anything. It truly sells itself, and the results are across the board, and the stories are, everybody in this room is having, for the most part, a result. So, and that's what you want, is to fall in love with a product that's having results that you can actually see, and you can hear about, and you can touch, and you can talk to, and I had a very, very significant transformation in my life. And yes.
For all the people that have lost a lot of weight in the room, do you feel like it's mostly because of the shakes, or is it a combination? Like what, especially the people that have lost a lot of weight, is it mainly from switching the meal replacement, or is it more because you're taking the whole system, or?
The whole system.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to follow the plan. You got to follow the plan. If you have a goal like that, we have some elite athletes in the back. They've got a plan and a goal, so they're following a system. I don't know what that is exactly, but I know they have certain meals, and I know they have certain shake times you do shakes, and they follow a plan, right, Heather and Daryl? Yeah, they follow a plan. So you can't go like, okay, I'm going to lose 50 pounds, but this weekend I'm going to have a cheat day. Angie never had a cheat day. She never had one cheat day. Okay. Now you can. That's the beauty of Isagenix. You can have a cheat day and have a cleanse day on Monday, Tuesday, and go right back to where you were. But she had a plan and a passion and a mission and a goal, okay? Heather and Daryl have a goal. They got a competition coming up, so there's a plan. It just depends on if you have a plan. I'm in maintenance, and Stephanie, and we like to go to Blanco and have a margarita every once in a while, and
every time
so we'll go and cleanse on Monday. And we're not getting ready for competition, or I do this again as my health care at this point in my life. I can come in here on any given day and knock out a workout or two on 7 days a week if I want, because I'm 55 and feel like I'm 25. Never felt this good in my life, ever.
Yeah, it's dummy, what I tell people is dummy proof. Because, you know, we're so bombarded with, this is what you should be eating, and like everything's like, this is the new kale, so great now, and eat your salmon, and you're always like, what do I put into my body? And I, as a weekend warrior, I don't know if I'm an athlete, but as a weekend warrior, I thought I ate well, and it wasn't until Isagenix that I realized I wasn't getting the nutrients I truly thought I was getting, because it really was kind of impossible without really nutrient-dense food. And so it's dummy proof. You follow the system, it works. And it was, for me, it was freedom. Having a shake, you only have to deal with one meal a day, really, to really focus on. So that was a lot of freedom for me. And I know, even just for athletes, you know, like my sister's kid, football player in high school, his trainer sent him to GNC with a list of what to buy. And she gets a GNC, and they're like, oh, well, how about you should get this instead? So even like with someone who knows what they're doing, you still don't know if the person's going to do what you told them to do. With Isagenix, it's dummy proof. Here you go, best quality product. You put in your body, you're going to get results whether you're an athlete, someone who wants to lose weight, or just, you know, healthy aging. It's just great for everybody. So just follow the plan and it's golden.
And they deliver.
Yeah, I mean, and yes, I guess you have to hold your bombs, right? And like take it in. Yeah, that helps.
I know that's a really stupid question, but Kyle, would you ever go off? You've only been on since Thanksgiving.
No.
Jamal?
No.
Brett?
No.
Justin? Sarah? Kathy? No? Kathy? No. And if you look at them all, they all look so full of life. Don't they? They just have just vitality going on. You can always tell that, oh, look at her little baby. She's so happy her mom is well. And she's older. And that's just awesome. So you guys, thank you for coming. Thank you, thank you. If you're not on Instagram,